Here guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up 1-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He can run for it, and the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Glenn, he wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Watson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down throw. Watson gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike, let's get the ball. Let's get the ball.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 19. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, people, man. Mike 10. Here it comes.
Watson on 3rd down. That is caught by Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is... After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. 24. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
What's going on?
Check three. Check three. Check three. Safe.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field, and linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
I don't remember what Daisy looks like.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
It's been a long time since I played.
Well, if you go by the numbers,
games
you'll
like
find
that.
as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the
I'm in a Madden
quarterbacks.
game right
And
now.
this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing to start the drive. Glenn, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Man, this house where we're moving, holy crap, it's a shit show. No. I'm a building mover. We're moving for somebody.
From the gun on 3rd down. Glenn, and he finds Hamilton. That's
it's a fucking
complete.
shit
And
show.
he's going to have the first
The house
down
that
at about the 38.
we got
Third
there
catch
right
of this
yesterday,
first down
and
for him, and
the
this was a
guy
first down.
told my boss, "Oh yeah, it's ready. You guys could come get your steel under, right?" We got there.
That's accurate, yeah.
It took all fucking morning. They didn't do anything. We had to unhook the power, unhook the energy, fucking
So here's a
cut all the
1st and 10
wires that
at
needed
the
to be
38.
cut.
Now Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel
It was
the
a
ground
fucking,
shaking,
like,
and that's from the offensive line
it was,
creating space for
and
the
want to know
runners.
something?
I had an old
This
coach tell me
house
before, he
had
always
2
told his
add-on
runners,
parts.
Run around the offensive
You
line
want to know what they
Get
used
used to the
for a
ground
floor?
shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Fucking trim board. They didn't use plywood.
They'll go with a keeper. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
I helped my LG team make playoffs. Helped my LG team make playoffs.
Next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
I
Hippocratic
feel pretty
oath.
good about
First
that.
do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Escaping the pressure right. He'll complete this to Ingram's tight end. And he gets it here.
We're the 8th seed, and we have to play the best team in the
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
I had a rough game the other night. I was so pissed off.
On second down. And he's able to get out to the 32.
We had 3 TC players on it, and it was just turnover after turnover.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit.
I wanted to. I was ready to break my controller.
Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack blood.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll make it third down. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. Jones has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now. Desmond King back deep.
Yeah, Steele's a liar.
For the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
He said he's going to get a PlayStation on Black Friday, and he did it.
For a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Can do it. I'm trying to do the famous words of Joker. You can do it.
Looking to throw on second down. Glenn. Open man here is Hamilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw on second down. Glenn. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Watson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. To throw on third down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. throwing on first down. Glenn, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Yeah, I'm just going to snag it.
2nd and 15. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man has got one. It's complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Dancing to his left, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
He asked if I was doing any
Second
Black
down
Friday
play
shopping.
results in a loss of 2 yards.
I said, probably not.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Well, you sound different. I used to notice that.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, yeah, you sound like
Well, this at least is
louder.
the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
As long as he should have got
They
one.
still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
That would be where you bought it from.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So if they ask you if
4 yards
you
to pick up,
did any
first
warranty.
down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
I try to do
you
that
are watching the
because
NFL on EA Sports. first and 10. Glenn, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Back to throw. Glenn going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Glenn, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Of course.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Glenn. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
To throw on 2nd down. Glenn going deep to the end zone for Juju. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's good for 28 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 43 yards on the ground. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears